All right, guys, so what we're going to do today is we are going to add these fractions. And if you notice, all the denominators are not the same. And so we do have to convert them into those common denominators. We also have whole numbers, so we are going to have to kind of be thinking about that. We do want to simplify. So if we do have an improper fraction, when we get to it, I'll kind of show you what we are going to do with that. And so yeah, we'll continue on with this. Now, one thing, like I told you guys yesterday, is that you want to make sure that you have that smaller factor, the smallest factor that you can, or the smallest multiple that you can find. And when I was looking through these, guys, honestly, a lot of the multiples, what's going to be easier to find is it's just going to be honestly what we have here. If I have 4 and 5, I'm already looking at this, and if I count by fives, 15, 20. I know that 4 is only going to be 20. I don't have 5, 10, or 15 as that multiple of 4. So I know 20 is going to be what I want to have my denominator be. So then that means that I need to multiply this fraction by 5, and I need to multiply this fraction by 4. Okay? I don't have to do anything to that whole number, so my whole number stays the same. 5 times 5 is 5. 4 times 5 is 20, and then I'm going to add my whole number. Do not ever forget them. And then 1 times 4 is 4. 5 times 4 is 20. So now I can go ahead and add them. I can add my whole numbers first, which is going to be 3, and then I can add my numerators. 5 plus 4 is 9/20. And I'm looking at this. I can't simplify this, and it is not an improper fraction, so I am good with that answer. Okay, so the same thing over here. If you notice, it's 4 and 5, so I already know that my denominator is going to be 20, and the only difference is instead of it being by 1, I've got different numbers in that numerator. So I'm going to multiply this number by 5, or this fraction by 5, and this fraction by 4. I'm not going to forget my whole number. 3 times 5 is 15, and my denominator is 20. I'm not going to forget that whole number. 2 times 4 is 8/20. Okay, so I'm going to add 2 plus 1 is 3, and then 15 plus 8 is going to give me 23/20. And here is my problem with this equation right here, or with this fraction right here. This is an improper fraction. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to convert that into that mixed number. Okay, so if I have 23/20, 23/20 actually equals 1 3/20. So if this is 1 3/20 and I have 3 as my whole number, I'm basically going to be adding these together to get that number, and it's going to be 4 3/20 is what that fraction is. Okay, the reason is because this fraction actually equals 1 3/20. So 3 plus 1 is going to give me 4, and then my fraction is that 3/20. Okay, same thing down here, 5 and 3. I already know that when I count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 15 is going to be that smallest number that 3 is going to be able to match. So I need to multiply this fraction by 3 and this fraction by 5. And I get 1 3/15 because 3 times 1 is 3. I'm going to add 2, and then 1 times 5 is 5/15. Okay, I'm going to add my whole numbers of 1 plus 2 is 3, and then 3 plus 5 is 8/15. Okay, I cannot simplify that, so I am good. This fraction, same thing. I've got 5 and 3, and so I just need to multiply these by 3, and I think that the pattern here, guys, is, oh, no, sorry, that one should be 5. I think that the pattern here, guys, is that I'm always going to have a improper fraction, and I'm going to have to simplify it to help with that. So this fraction is multiplied by 5. This is multiplied by 3. I have 4 and 10/15, and I'm going to add 2 times 3 is 6. Oops, cannot forget that whole number, guys. 1 6/15. So when I add this up, 4 plus 1 is 5. 10 plus 6 is 16/15. Okay, so to get that, simplify that, because I know that that's an improper fraction, I'm going to have 1 1/15 is what this fraction equals. So basically I'm going to take that whole number and I'm going to add it to this fraction. So 5 and 1 is going to give me 6, and then my leftover fraction is 1/15. So this answer is 6 and 1/15. Okay. Alrighty, so this last one on E and F that we're going to do, I've got 3 and 7. And again, guys, if I were to write 3 and 7, even if I start with 7, I'm going to have 7, 14, 21. I know that 3 is not going to have a multiple of 7 or 14, but it is going to have it of 21. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to multiply this by 7 and this fraction by 3 so that my denominator is 21. I'm not going to forget that whole number. 1 times 7 is 7 21sts. And then I'm going to add 4. Don't forget that whole number. 5 times 3 is 15 21sts. Okay, so 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 15 is 22 21st. So this one's not the same as these ones. So when I have 7 and 22 21st, I know that this right now is an improper fraction. So I'm going to take 22 divided by 21, goes in one time. I get 1 and 1 21st. So I have this whole number here, 7, and then 1 and 1 21st. So it's actually going to equal 8 and 1 21st. And the reason is because I want to add these up. Okay, same thing here. Multiply this fraction by 3, this fraction by 7, because 21 is going to be my common denominator. Don't forget that whole number. 2 and 18 21sts plus 5 and 14 21sts. Okay, I'm just going to do 18 plus 14 real quick. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, carry that 1, 1, 2, 3, 32. So this is going to be 2 plus 5 is 7, and then I had 18 plus 14 is going to be 32 21sts. So I already know right now I'm going to need to figure out what is this as a mixed number. So 32 divided by 21 goes in just one time, minus 21. I get 1 and 11 21sts. So I have my whole number here, and I'm going to add it to what that mixed number is. So 7 plus 1 is 8. And then my fraction is 11 21sts.